Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Friday edition of Thoroughbred Action. Beautiful Gulfstream Park on this February 22nd. Jason Blewett getting tied on with all of you as we set sail. We've got 11 good ones coming your way. Speaking of good, in fact great, Speed Aiello with much, much more.
It's an action-packed Friday afternoon in South Florida with the fast main track and a firm turf course. Lots of wagering opportunity today. First of the day over the turf at 5 furlongs. The turf course firm. Claimers in for $25,000. A field of 8 signed on. Favorite was the 8, Corn Off the Cob. Racing at Gulfstream. Slow to go was Learn's Story. Quick to go was Corn Off the Cob, who heads off for the early lead. Mertz and Dance Till Dawn make it a party. And now Corn Off the Cob will settle in third. Adamant is next with Drama Free and Salsita Roja. The two at the back are Feature Creature and Learn's Story. Adamant is the one who slams on the brakes as the leader is Dance Till Dawn. Corn Off the Cob is now second. Salsita Roja is a 3-wide third. Mertz is back to fourth, fifth on the outside in Drama Free. Then Learn's Story ahead of Feature Creature and Adamant as they run to the top of the stretch. 22 seconds for the opening quarter speed from between horses. Corn Off the Cob has the lead by a neck. On the outside, Salsita Roja tries to go after a second. Driven third inside and Dance Till Dawn from fourth and Learned Story with an eighth of a mile left to go. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Corn Off the Cob roused up front. Digging in toward the rail is Dance Till Dawn, who's back for the lead again. Dance Till Dawn, Corn Off the Cob one more time. Dance Till Dawn is in front. Second, Corn Off the Cob, closer for third, either Feature Creature or Salsita Roja in 56 and 3. Number 6, Dance Till Dawn, had the lead going around the far turn and battled on to win it under jockey Amisael Jaramillo for Wellspring Stable and trainer Phil Serpy. 8, Corn Off the Cob was second ahead of the 1, Feature Creature, who finishes a dead heat for third. We move now to the second race of the afternoon. The second race starts the early pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Maiden claimers in for $50,000. Field of 7. The favorite was the 5, Miss Maximum. And they're off. From the center, Don't Rush, one of the first to being sent along for the lead. Down at the rail, Can You Handle This is up to challenge for the top as Don't Rush is trying to find her feet between horses. From third, it's Fuji, back to fourth and improving Miss Maximum, racing ahead of Super Tap. The two at the back are Stroll with Becca and Sing Song Bird. That's 5, Miss Maximum, who's being taken out of the race. The 5, Miss Maximum, has been pulled up. Opening quarter was strong, 23 and 1 as they go down the backstretch. Less than 5 furlongs to negotiate, and the leader is Can You Handle This? In front, 3 parts of length. Don't Rush has actually been rushed along. She's second while in the flanking position. It's a gap of 2 to Fuji in third, racing ahead of Stroll with Becca, who moves to be fourth. Super Tap is fifth, and then Sing Song Bird at the back. Again, the 5, Miss Maximum, was pulled up. They make their way to the far turn. They went 46 and 1 for the opening half mile. Can You Handle This? We'll see in about 3 furlongs, but she's been awfully sharp so far. She leads the race by a length. Don't Rush is now given the green light to try to get on terms with the leader. Well clear of Fuji. Running home from the back is Super Tap. She's had plenty of pace to chase with a quarter of a mile left to go. Can You Handle This? Fights to hold it. Don't Rush on the outside now puts her best foot forward. She'll have to deal with Super Tap on the outside after 3 quarters. And 111 flat, they enter the stretch. It's the Rapoli Silks. It's Don't Rush, an eighth of a mile from home and 3 on top. Work to do, though, as Super Tap is lunging at her on the outside. Super Tap making ground on Don't Rush. Don't Rush is clear. Super Tap is second. Ortiz Brothers 1-2. Don't Rush and Jose Ortiz by 3 in the end. Super Tap second. Can You Handle This third? Then Sing Song Bird and Stroll with Becca. Number 3, Don't Rush, ironically enough, was rushed into position by jockey Jose Ortiz, but the daughter of Malibu Moon just needed to keep her mind on business, and she gets the debut victory for Todd Pletcher and Rapoli Stable. Jose Ortiz on board for the winning ride. 6, Super Tap second. 1, Can You Handle This? Finish third. We'll be right back. Spring the upset. Back now for race number 3 on the program. 1 mile over the turf. Maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch the 2 and the 9. Favorite was the 8, Battle of Memphis. And they're off. Slow to start was the newcomer, Downside Risk. Quick to start was Street Giant, who's away to take the early lead. Here's Great Kahuna moving up to challenge. Battle of Memphis is going to get caught 4 wide here as JP's Pride moves through at the fence. JP's Pride and Great Kahuna kick on. Third, Street Giant trying to settle fourth while ducking over his Battle of Memphis ahead of Preacher Power. Then comes Sky Solo, and the trailer is Downside Risk. Around the first turn they go. They start to sort themselves out now, and the advantage belongs to Jaramillo and Great Kahuna in front by 2. Second is Street Giant, third at the rail, and JP's Pride. The leader, stablemate Battle of Memphis, follows along in fourth, a length and a half in front of Preacher Power, unhurried at this stage under Leparu, only about 5 lengths behind. Then Downside Risk, and at the back is Sky Solo. 23-1 for the opening quarter speed as they go to the half-mile mark. It's the Great Kahuna in front by 2. Second is Street Giant. JP's Pride is still third. Unhurried at this stage is Battle of Memphis, while fourth ahead of Downside Risk, who improves inside of Preacher Power. He's lost his spot a touch. He's now trying to re-rally while still under restraint, and the trailer is Sky Solo. 47-2 for the opening half mile, less than 3 furlongs to go. Great Kahuna has the lead. Here's Battle of Memphis, moving sharply to the leader now, second. From between horses, and Downside Risk is loose. That sends Preacher Power 5 wide. JP's Pride tries to come up the inside lane after 3 quarters in 1:11-4. Off the turn in the stretch drive, and up on the outside, Battle of Memphis roused to the lead. Downside Risk takes a run at him from second. Great Kahuna third, and Preacher Power. Final 1/8 of a mile, and Battle of Memphis has something in the tank. Ortiz Brothers 1-2 again. This time it's Irad with Battle of Memphis. Downside Risk second, Preacher Power third, then Great Kahuna in 1:35 flat. Number 8, Battle of Memphis, is too much for the third race competition, winning as the odds-on favorite under a confident ride from Irad Ortiz Jr. for Mark Cassie and owners Gary Barber and the Kinsman stable. Second, 4, Downside Risk, and third was the 1, Preacher Power. We move now to the 4th race of the afternoon, 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. Scratch the 5, Springmeyer, a field of 6. The favorite was the 4, Our Limo Joe. And they're off. Our Limo Joe was away in some traffic. He'll still fire toward the front with the Gipper on the outside in second. Out of there, third is Diddley. Toward the inside, that's French Quarter away in fourth. Gap of 3 to Chirping, and Nicatiro's at the back. So Our Limo Joe, odds on at 3 to 5, and gets to the front. He leads the way by a length and a half. The Gipper is racing second. Toward the inside, French Quarter is third. Diddley on the outside, fourth. Gap of 3 to Nicatiro, who's fifth, and the trailer is Chirping. 22-2 for the opening quarter speed. Our Limo Joe has the lead, 3 parts of a length. From between horses, the Gipper is second, 3 wide. Diddley is now third. At the inside, fourth is French Quarter. Nicatiro running home pretty well from fifth as they converge on Our Limo Joe. Past the quarter-mile pole, Our Limo Joe not holding on much at all right now as the Gipper has taken over the lead. To the attack, Nicatiro is there second. French Quarter is there with Diddley trying to get some racing room. Off the turn in the stretch drive, the Gipper now moves to a clear lead. Nicatiro charging at him on the outside second. Toward the inside, that's French Quarter with Diddley. Final 1/8 of a mile. Nobody's getting to the Gipper. Gets the Gipper, and Rafael Hernandez for Scott Becker to win by 2.5. Second, Nicatiro. Third, French Quarter. Fourth, Diddley. And 1:10. And 4, Our Limo Joe got to the front and then politely backed away. And the win goes to the 7, the Gipper. It's a reunion of sorts for the connections of this horse, as jockey Rafael Hernandez used to ride First Call for Bill Stirritz and Scott Becker back at Fairmont Park before Rafael went back to the East Coast. He gets the victory here in South Florida for those same connections today. 3, Nicatiro was second, and the 2, French Quarter, ran third. We move now to the 5th race at 7 furlongs, allowance optional claiming event. These are state-bred runners with a field of 6. It was the 1, He's Smoking Hot. And they're off. Good start for Arriva Durla from between horses. On the outside, that's Elgin Escape moving up. In between horses goes Joe DiBaggio, offensive-minded. Outside of them and Gran Paraiso, toward the rail, He's Smoking Hot. And the trailer is Just Call Me Norman. Down the backstretch they go. They complete a 16th of a mile, and they're 3 across the course. From between horses, it's Arriva Durla toward the rail, and He's Smoking Hot. 3 wide and Elgin Escape. Joe DiBaggio settles in fourth behind the top trio. A length better than Gran Paraiso, who's 2 in front of Just Call Me Norman. 22 and 3 for the opening quarter speed. There's half a mile left to go. Up front, Arriva Durla and Luca Panici with the advantage by a neck. Elgin Escape is second toward the rail. He's headed smoking hot, needs some place to go. He's smoking hot, going to try to thread the needle and thread it right now. Gran Paraiso gets started wide on the course as the pace quickens. Less than 3/8 to go. Gran Paraiso on the outside up for a narrow lead. Arriva Durla trying to fight on from second. In tight toward the rail as he's smoking hot. Joe DiBaggio put into the clear for a stretch opportunity with less than a quarter of a mile to go. 4 chances here as they wheel in with the advantage. Gran Paraiso from the rail. He's smoking hot down the center. Joe DiBaggio as they come inside that final furlong. Gran Paraiso tackled by Joe DiBaggio on the outside. Gran Paraiso has a kick. Joe DiBaggio on the outside takes another run at him. Gran Paraiso, Joe DiBaggio, Gran Paraiso. We'll let it. Joe DiBaggio second. Up third was He Smoking Hot ahead of Arriva Durla in 124 flat.
Upset win in today's 5th race. It goes to the 4 Gran Paraiso, who's up in time under jockey Amisael Jaramillo for Gran Pollo Stable and Victor Barboza Jr. Second, number 3, Joe DiBaggio, and third was number 1, He's Smoking Hot. Time for a commercial break. The Rainbow Six sequence comes your way right after this.
And Gipper is pulling away. Gipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Start of the Rainbow Six at 5 furlongs on turf. Maiden claimers in for $50,000. Field of 10 here as the scratch of the 11 Lux Diamond. Off-time favorite and heavily back, number 3, Matzo Bella.
And they're off. Slow to go was Derby Day Jewel. Matzo Bella quick into stride, so too was Asscher down at the inside. Miami Rose rotates on the outside, and Blue Eyed Beth is widest of all. Down at the rail goes Arms Wide Open, working 2 ahead of Chicky the Gray, 5 in front of Bye Bye Nicky ahead of Vigilante Justice, and out the back door is Derby J Jewel. They swing around the far turn, 4 across the course here. Miami Rose toward the inside, widest of all, and rotate. Taking up was Asscher, going on with it Matzo Bella. Blue Eyed Beth is next, and Arms Wide Open looks for racing room toward the inside as they run to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Matzo Bella turns for home with the lead. Asscher and Jimenez back running again on the outside. Rotates from between. Down at the inside and Arms Wide Open with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Matzo Bella has the lead. Here's a late run from Bye Bye Nicky from way out of it. Asscher surging at Matzo Bella. And Matzo Bella's trying to hold on. Asscher's going to make this close. So is Bye Bye Nicky. 3 across the course. I think it's Matzo Bella on top. Closer for second, though, in 56 and 4.
The Jason Service team continues to be unstoppable here today as Matzo Bella holds on for a game victory under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., the ownership group of Bethlehem Stable and Michael Dubb. Second, number 7, Bye Bye Nicky, and third was number 4, Asscher. She's one for the list. We move now to the 7th race of the day, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for $12,500. A field of 7. Favorite was for 3, Livin a Dream, and 4, Violent Danger.
And they're off. It's a good start out wide for Royal Asscher, who hits the ground running. Violent Danger has speed, so does Special Counsel. Livin a Dream making a decision where she wants to land early. She's up near the lead. Down at the inside is Zarsalor racing ahead of Dreamy Art, and Prado Vision is last. Out of the chute and onto the main course, and it's Violent Danger in front by a half a length. Royal Asscher on the outside is second. Livin a Dream in no hurry at this stage, third, and looking to angle to the outside of the leader. 23 and 2 for the opening quarter speed. At the rail and Arcelor from 4th. Back 5th and outside in Special Counsel. Prado Vision is at the rail and Dreamy Art is last. There's 5 furlongs left to go. Violent Danger took the late dough, and she leads the way by a length and a quarter. Royal Asscher is there second. Irad Ortiz Jr. won it off the inside with Livin a Dream. Now he gets where he wants. 3 wide and on the outside. Arcelor is at the inside from 4th ahead of Prado Vision, who passes Special Counsel. Dreamy Art is last. 46 seconds for the opening half mile, less than 3 furlongs to go. Here's the bid from Livin a Dream on the outside of Violent Danger up front. Royal Asscher is not keeping up with these top 2, working ahead of Prado Vision, who's into 4th. Special Counsel Matzo's a scrubbed on fifth with a quarter of a mile left to go. Violent Danger fights to hold it. Livin' a Dream going 2 to her 1 at this stage through 3/4. In 1:10 and 4, they're at the top of the stretch. Livin' a Dream floats a bit wide off the corner. Kicking back Violent Danger. Royal Asscher and Prado Vision are next. Final eighth of a mile. The leader, Livin' a Dream. Royal Asscher and Prado Vision take their shots on the outside. 16th to go. Livin' a Dream wanders, but she has the lead. Royal Asscher on the outside is out of time with Prado Vision. Livin' a Dream in front. Livin' a Dream for the money. Royal Asscher a close fan for second over Prado Vision in 1:37 and 3.
Number 3, Livin' a Dream gets the job done and a hard-fought victory, giving Irad Ortiz Jr. his third riding victory of the afternoon. This one for Jorge Navarro and Anthony Lenchi. Second, number 7, Royal Asscher, and third was number 1, Prado Vision. Let's go now to the 8th race, the start of the late pick 4, 1 mile over the turf. Maiden claimers in for $20,000. Scratch the 7 and the 13, a field of 11. The favorite was the 2, Clear for Action.
And they're off. Clear for Action begins very well. Up on the outside, Bunyan's access speed. From between horses, Shanghai Levi will be third early. Up on the outside, Tropical Cognac takes over fourth. Then second, Encore and Cape Desiderato, 3 wide and calling a winner. Super Warrior is saving ground toward the rail ahead of Stuck With You. The 2 at the back are Alpha Dar, and 3 to the trailer, Christmas Treat. Around the first turn they go, and with the advantage, it's Clear for Action, and Jose Ortiz in front 3/4 of a length. Bunyan's Axe on the outside is second. Tropical Cognac a joint third with Shanghai Levi. Calling a winner, spotted a bit wide under Panici while racing in fifth. Cape Desiderato between horses. Second, Encore is on the fence. 2 back to Super Warrior, racing to the inside of Stuck With You. A gap of 3 to Alpha Dar, and still nothing from Christmas Treat. 24 and 1 for the opening quarter speed. They head to the half-mile mark. With the advantage, Clear for Action, the son of English Channel, in front 3/4 of a length. Bunyan's Axe second, 3 wide, and Tropical Cognac third. Calling a winner, still wide, he's fourth, but starting to move up a touch. At the rail in Shanghai Levi, then back to Cape Desiderato in second, Encore. 2 in front of Stuck With You, then Super Warrior trying to get a rally going. Alpha Dar is second last, Christmas Treat is last, as they move to the top of the stretch. Jose Ortiz and Clear for Action are clear in the stretch run. Now he's letting them loose, and Clear for Action strides to a 3-length lead. From the inside, and Bunyan's Axe going to try to hold on to second. Down the center, Tropical Cognac calling a winner. Cape Desiderato all left in the wake of Clear for Action. Clear for Action is clear indeed. It's 3 to 5, and it's Clear for Action by 6 in the end. Cape Desiderato second, Bunyan's Axe was third, then Alpha Dar, 137 flat.
Number 2, Clear for Action, makes 3 to 5 look like, well, a gift, as he gets the job done in gate-to-wire fashion under Jose Ortiz, for Mike Maker and owners Ken and Sarah Ramsey. 8, Cape Desiderato was second, and the 11, Bunyan's Axe, ran third. Let's go now to the 9th race and start the late pick 3. Claimers at 1 mile in for $6,250. Scratch the 1, Mass Approval. Favorites were 2, High Flying Guy, and 9, Family Kitten.
And they're off. McManaman slower than the others. High Risk Strategy with a sharp beginning on the outside, and Family Kitten. From between horses, More Illusion. High Flying Guy is at the rail, and Kid McCool's between horses. Then back to Tagore, racing ahead of King Billy, who's off the speed today, and at the inside, McManaman. Out of the chute and on to the main course, the opening quarter goes to Family Kitten, 3/4 of a length. Toward the inside, that's More Illusions there second. Gap of 2.5 to Kid McCool in third. Moving through nicely, High Flying Guy all the way up into third. Then Tagore, High Risk Strategy, who actually won the break, is all the way back at the back of the field now, ahead of King Billy through the opening quarter mile. It went to just 24 and 4. Up on the outside, Family Kitten has the lead. Back to second, More Illusions. Waiting for a cue is High Flying Guy third. McManaman going to try to get to his outside and pin him in, but he's already loose as High Flying Guy, racing ahead of a retreating Kid McCool. High Risk Strategy tries to rebid, splitting horses as Tagore has called it a day, and King Billy's never been involved through a 48-second half mile. High Flying Guy and Misael Jaramillo now putting their best foot forward to take the lead. Family Kitten is all in. McManaman on the outside, let loose for a run. 3 clear of Kid McCool, who re-rallies outside of More Illusions with a 1/4 mile left to go. 3/4, 1:12 and 4. Advantage to High Flying Guy by a length and a quarter. McManaman takes a shot from second. These two well clear of the others. 1/8 of a mile to go. The advantage still belongs to High Flying Guy. McManaman trying to bridge the gap. High Flying Guy close to home with the lead. lead. High Flying Guy is in front. He's 9-5. He's a winner. He's High Flying Guy. McManaman is second. It's closer for third. That photo's involving High Risk Strategy and Kid McCool in 139-2.
Number 2, High Flying Guy gets the perfect trip here today, saving ground inside off a sharp pace and gets the victory under Misael Jaramillo, Kathleen O'Connell, and Double T Racing. 3, McManaman with a good run second, ahead of number 4, Kid McCool, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. Still to come, the West Point Thoroughbreds race of the day. The late Daily Double is right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 10 on the program, a mile over the turf course. Allowance optional claiming horses scratch the 1, 4, 14, 15, and 16. 13 drew in. Robbie Alvarado rides number 7, Brew Corrida. The favorites included the 5, Battle of Blenheim, and 10, Medal of Honor.
And they're up. CV from the outside fires right to the top. He's looking to cross over ahead of everybody else, and he'll do just that as Battle of Blenheim gets a good starting position up between horses Dr. Edgar. Far outside, that's Siding Spring, and widest of all goes Tusk. Then it's a gap of a length and a half to Bondurant, racing ahead of Medal of Honor. He's 2.5 clear of Lunaire, who's racing to the outside of I'm the Captain Now, and the back markers are Space Mountain and Brew Corrida. They make their way into the first turn. They carved a quarter in 24 seconds flat. Loose up front, it's CV and Alban Jimenez, 2.5 clear of Dr. Edgar second. Battle of Blenheim is third. Siding Spring is fourth. Tucked in while fifth is Bondurant. Then to the outside goes Tusk. It's a length and a half to Medal of Honor. Bravo drops Lunaire over to the rail from the 12 post to race a length and a half in front of I'm the Captain Now, and Brew Corrida is last. 47-2 for the opening half mile. They go with about 4.5 furlongs left to journey. The advantage to CV by 2.5. Dr. Edgar is second. On the inside, Battle of Blenheim is third. Back to fourth in Siding Spring, ahead of an unhurried Bondurant. He'll need a way through. Tusk is next, while Medal of Honor is 3 wide, and Lunaire is at the rail. 2 back to the outside, and I'm the Captain Now ahead of Space Mountain, and the trailer is Brew Corrida. 3 quarters, 111 flat as they run to the top of the stretch. It's CV with the lead. Dr. Edgar, the nearest pursuer, second. Battle of Blenheim, third. Looking for room toward the inside as Lunaire had to alter course there, as coming out was Battle of Blenheim with 1/8 of a mile still to go. CV tackled by Dr. Edgar. Dr. Edgar now has the lead. Lunaire loose and charging to try to get a slice with his 16th to go. Dr. Edgar has the lead. Lunaire's up into second. Dr. Edgar wins. Lunaire got second. CV was third, and Medal of Honor finished fourth in 141-4.
Good tracking turf trip from jockey Julien Leparoux aboard number 8, Dr. Edgar, and Dr. Edgar gets loose and gets the victory to kick off the late daily double for trainer Barclay Tagg and owners Eloise and Peter Canzoni Sr. Number 12, Lunaire at a big price shook free for Bravo to get second and complete your exactive. We move now to the 11th and final race of the day on turf at 1 mile. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $20,000. Scratch the alternates 13 through 16, a field of 12. Bet down to the favorite is number 4, Moe's Ride.
And runners away. Out wide on the course, that's Wine at the Beach, who heads off for the early lead. Moving out the rail, Jet Rink has speed. Between horses, Silver Drill won't be far away. These 3 are quickest. Little Rough Justice, the gray, is out of there from fourth, and it's Indisputably Linked, who's down toward the rail. Out a bit wide on the course is Pescacani. Then down at the fence goes Fortune Nickel. From between horses, it's Moe's Ride. Wide on the course is Zaman. Then it's a length back to In Gus We Trust. Karamchand is toward the rail with Black Tie Shanghai at the back of the group. Around the first turn and heading into the backstretch run, Robbie Alvarado and Jet Rink have come through to take a narrow lead. Wine at the Beach on the outside second. Indisputably Linked is parked at the paint and racing in third. Out 3 wide, Little Rough Justice. From between horses, it's Silver Drill. Then Pescacani, who's racing out in the center of the course as well, ahead of the first-timer Mose Riders down at the fence. Zaman is next, wide as in Gus We Trust, ahead of a Karem Chand, then Fortune Nickel and Black Tie Shanghai. They went 48-4 for the half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Inside position and a narrow lead to Jet Rink. Up on the outside, Wine at the Beach is there, second toward the rail and Indisputably Linked. He'll get into the clear for an opportunity third. On his back, here's Mose Ride, the first-timer starting to weave through traffic. Irad trying to get to the outside. He's outside now and in the clear for Mose Ride as Indisputably Linked gets first run on the leaders as they wheel in toward the inside. It's Wine at the Beach. Here's Mose Ride. Let go down the center. And Mose Ride going 2 to their 1. He's a bit green, but he's also in front. Battling on Indisputably Linked with Wine at the Beach, but 7-5 is a good price on Mose Ride. He's a 2-length winner. Indisputably Linked was second. Third is Wine at the Beach. And fourth is Jet Rink and 138-4.
Number 4, Mose Ride, was just too much for the 11th race competition. The first-time starter gets the job done for trainer George Weaver, completing a grand slam for Irad Ortiz Jr., son of Sydney's Candy, owned and bred by John Ropes right here in Florida. Rainbow Six does have a carryover as we move forward to tomorrow. Rainbow Six carryover into the Saturday program, almost $250,000.
And that's it, up and down, 11 races on this Friday card, complete. That sets us up, as they say, that old adage, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Back-to-back Baker's dozens here, Saturday and Sunday, and in fact, a good stake race lined up tomorrow in the House Hope. Happy handicapping. We'll see you tomorrow right here at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.